No, I wasn't yawning right before we started. That was not a yawn. That was just a jaw stretch.
That's what happens when we get to talking to Todd after dark.
Part of my vocal warm-ups.
Shibboleth. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. It's after dark. Okay.
Fantastic. Levels.
So I have an actually for this week. So last week during construction.
Actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last week during construction updates, I also forgot that we are also doing our laundry room as well.
So in the middle of listing out the 7 projects that you did, you managed to forget the 8th. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Almost all of which you've completed before my shower.
Yes, all of that is 100% correct.
Great.
So are you done yet?
Yeah.
Really?
No. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd. It's a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prenz, where failure, construction updates, always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. You'll notice there's less stuff behind me now.
I do notice there is less stuff.
Yes. So that's good news, and that's a preview for construction updates. So yes, we're just America's favorite newest update segment, construction up. No, that's not it. I don't. Anyway, yes, news to come.
Excellent. So for our feedback follow-up and update segment,
yes,
our follow-up is really light.
True.
But we had tons of feedback.
We did. We certainly had some. Yes, we did.
Toddler number 2.
Yeah, she drove down to the undisclosed location this past weekend, so she got to listen. So I was getting some text messages via Siri. So I am translating what I received. Siri's fine. You know what? It's getting better too. It's gonna be awesome. You can change the voices on some phones. Anyway, never mind. So when I explained the catchphrase that the London Eats guy does, she told me, I believe the text message was, "I heard you when you recorded it. You did a lousy job with the accent then, and on listen back, I stand by that."
Okay.
So notice I'm not even touching I'm just, this is like when you make a correction, don't repeat the error, just reference the error. So
would you like to give it another try?
Nope. I would not.
Punching out. Nope.
I said what I said. I did it poorly, and I think we're done. And then I got this. Wrong Jack.
Actually.
Yes, we're jumping ahead into the actually section. I was thinking of Jack Lord from Hawaii Five-0, not Jack London. Jack London wrote Call of the Wild and White Fang, among other things.
White Fang, famously set in Oahu.
Yes, that was where it all happened.
Yep.
Right there I remember the scene on Waikiki Beach, clear as anything.
Yeah, that was I love that movie. The cinematography with Diamond Head in the background, and it was just amazing.
I'm telling you, yes, that's how it's done.
Yeah. So anyway,
yep, that was on me. That was mine. London. I will own that.
Wrong Jack.
That is also why Jack Lord and Jack London were in the was the show art last week, because I recognize that as I'm like, as I'm saying it doesn't seem right.
Sound right, but I'm going to keep going confidently.
You know what? Just stick with it.
A clipboard and a
Somebody-
smile, a quickboard and a confident wave will get you into any building in the United States. As will, that's Jack London. You know what it is? Okay, sure, we'll go with it.
Yeah, sure,
So-
whatever. Yeah. Toddler 401k.
Yes.
He has coworkers that are going to the Kansas City World Cup match. Please stay tuned for concession prices. Apparently, that's as much of a warning as it is a preview for some of the toddlers. There you go. You're welcome there. Item number 2.
By the way, Dwayne, quick question.
Yes.
Can you walk to the Kansas City Stadium?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Not only that, you can barely walk there right now to go to a Royals game. Parking is terribly screwed up. Not to mention the fact that some of Kaufman Stadium is broken, and they have zero intention of fixing it.
Stop talking about the roster. What about the stadium?
Oh. You're
looking at you. Looking at you, bullpen. Looking at you. We're broken, and we have no intention of fixing it. Catch the Royals fever, 2026. Like I say, how bad could parking be screwed up? There's not that many people attending the games.
That's also fair. Fountains up, baby. Fountains up. Let's see. Also from Danny. Without the vision in MCU, he would not have gotten the Ship of Theseus joke.
So it turns out MCU, educational movie series.
There it is. Yep.
Basically documentaries.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also this week we got from Danny, I believe this was really directed to you. In case you need this in the future, Todd, do you know how you say I have a podcast in Belgium?
Yes. Ich heb een podcast.
Which was also followed up with...
Well, to which I replied with, I don't, donkey. Nope, that's not it. Damn it,
donkey?
Mike.
You say donkey?
Yeah. Basically, it's donka, but Belgianized. Yes.
Also, the answer to, wait, you have a podcast? Is ja, dat doe ik. Mark that down.
Great. What would have been really helpful is, first of all, that 2 weeks ago, and instead of do you have a podcast, is can you get out of my picture? But we'll take what we can get.
One step to the right. Just one. Just, you know what? If he could just move just around the corner, that would be helpful.
Just gleich um die Ecke.
That's what I'm saying.
Bitte.
Let's see. From Yvonne and Wrigley, were you aware of this update, Todd? Did this come direct? This only came to me. I think this only came to me. I got an email from Yvonne.
Okay. Yes, I think it may have come. Yes. Go ahead.
And while we're on the topic of Legos, on CBS Sunday Morning, they covered the Lego unveiling of the largest set ever, the replica of Barcelona's La Sagrada Familia. And while the church is still under construction after 144 years, amateur builders can finish the 12,060 piece, 24-inch tall miniature if they have the patience and the money. So, Talking to Todd covered it first. CBS Sunday Morning, a little behind the curve. Just, that's what we're saying.
To be honest, CBS News had some other things they've been working on. So covering Legos was sort of lower in the inbox of things. What's going on this week? Oh, I'm going to go cover some Legos. I'm just going to go listen to one of my favorite. I'm going to go listen to one of my favorite educational podcasts and see if I can get some story ideas. Have we covered the Brett Favre thing? We have. Okay, I'll find something newer.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anybody know that Jack Lord and Jack London aren't the same person? We should look into that.
Hey!
Breaking news.
Just in case you were wondering. Both of them dead. For whatever that's worth.
Well, at least they've got that in common. What am I supposed to do with that? At least they're both dead. Jeez.
I wasn't wrong on that part. What was the follow-up that you brought? Our lone piece of follow-up this week.
Yeah, the World Cup is starting as we record. World Cup is starting tomorrow, Thursday, and the U.S. men play Friday. So depending on when this is released, World Cup has started. We've covered all sorts of pricing stuff. The World Cup, FIFA has come up with, Dwayne, I don't know if you've seen this. This is we're going to do Dwayne guess the number officially later, but did you see the story that FIFA is going to allow you to put your name on the scoreboard for a small price?
Okay.
Yep.
Is it just my name, or is it, like Jerry Jones's big, huge ass scoreboard and my name's up there with 500 other people?
Well, okay. So this was going to be my idiot of the week, but I got a different one. So according to, it's a super shout out program. The governing body has listed all 72 group stage matches, and you can pay a fee to have your name shown on the stadium scoreboard. The page advertises that a shout out slot you can reserve your name appears, quote, during the match and, quote, at the right moment in the right game. However, if you read the terms and conditions, super shoutouts will be displayed during pregame and will not be displayed during live match play. So by saying it will appear during the match, it won't actually appear during the match. It'll appear before the match. Availability is limited and processed on a first-come, first-served basis, and exact duration and placement are not guaranteed. So is it up there for more than a tenth of a second? Can't tell you. Where is it? Up in the corner? I don't know. Is it with everybody else's names? Can't guarantee. Dwayne, for that opportunity, now that you've seen the fine print, how much would you pay?
$79.
And you saw the article. Okay.
I saw the article.
By the way,
I'm not even giving myself a bell for that. I saw the article.
Here's the thing, though. Did you hear what I asked you? How much would you pay?
How much would I pay? Oh, that's different.
None. Yeah.
Nothing.
See, you got that answer wrong because there's no way you would pay $79 for that. One would have to pay $79.
Should one want to do so,
yes,
you could pay $79. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway,
how much would I? Yes. No. Yeah.
Thanks for that, FIFA. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. More FIFA shenanigans.
Let's see. Oh, it's time for construction updates.
Yeah, you're going to make it all 220?
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Well, you sound like a pretty handy guy.
According to Zach, my construction manager, the trim pieces that need to be added on to finish my shower should arrive on Friday and might be installed sometime next week. In the meantime, I have successfully used my shower. Small steps.
When he said that your trim pieces are arriving on Friday, did you ask the all-important question, where?
Or really which Friday, frankly?
Well, that too. But when you say arriving, like, is that the loading dock? Is that...
I chose not to drill down, even though I should have, clearly.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's on the up and up, so you're in good shape. But at least it's usable.
It is good. The good news is I have a bathroom again.
Perfect.
Yes. Just in time for my mother-in-law to come visit this weekend, so I can get the hell out of her bathroom and use my own. So there you go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be nice and offer her your guys' bathroom. So with a nice brand new shower. Guess that's not on the table. Okay.
Funny guy. How about you? So you now have 8 projects. Are all 8 complete?
Well, so I forgot the laundry room last week because it's attached to the family room, but technically Lisa pointed out it's a completely separate project. Here's the thing. We weren't going to do anything in there. And then we were doing the floor in the family room. And then it was like, well, we could just take the floor straight into the laundry room. Well, if we're going to do that, this house was built in the early 90s. And so the bottom half of the laundry room, the wall is covered in red tile halfway up. And then a nice decorative tile border all the way around, and it had a built-in small ironing board behind the door, so you could either iron, you could either leave the door open or iron. You couldn't do both. Anyway, so once we got to it, it's like, I don't know, man, just take it down. So that got all completely done. So
this kind of sounds like a Prinz family basement project. I bought a TV that was too large.
So we went out and bought a brand new entertainment set to put it in.
Yeah, but then the entertainment center kind of overshadowed the rest of the basement. So then we had to redo the entire rest of the basement.
There are similarities.
Yes.
Yeah. Updating from last week of all of the so all of the projects are done. And as a matter of fact, I came home from work tonight, and even they had the master bedroom. All the furniture is back in the places it was for the last 3 weeks. It's been all covered in plastic and moved out of the way. The master bath is not quite done yet. So flooring's in, painting's in, toilets in, fans in. The new vanity is in. Looks like tomorrow they have to finish the plumbing on the vanity. And then I think we're done. I think it's looking like, I haven't talked with them. I would think that we're going to be wrapped up tomorrow. They have cleaned the garage. They've already shopped vac the garage. The garage is cleaner now than when they showed up. Always a sign of a good contractor.
That's a plus.
Yeah. So they've already cleaned most of the stuff up. So I'm expecting. Now, here's a problem. Tomorrow I'm leaving work and I'm hopping on a plane to get to the undisclosed location. So they might finish this thing up tomorrow, and we won't know it until we arrive back Saturday night. So there's unless our contractor says I'm done, here's I need my last check. Otherwise, we'll know on Saturday. But tomorrow, looking good.
Excellent.
You seem very happy about that.
It was a race, and once again. Whether I'm racing you or I'm racing Sherry, I'm not winning.
Yeah. So really looking forward to like tonight. I'm like, oh, I left that in my dresser 5 weeks ago, or in the side table of the bed, and then that got covered up by the bed and the plastic, and I'm like, that's where I left that thing. Oh yeah, I've been looking all over for it. So anyway, yes. So we'll probably, good news. Hey, Danny, construction updates going to be around for at least another week.
Excellent. I did want to just a little quick dip into Dwayne's technical corner.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I went to a summer referee camp.
This one time at ref camp?
This one time at ref camp. Yes, that's exactly what we've got. Yes. It was, I worked 2.5 games and I gave out 0 technicals. It's summer
What
camp.
kind of camp is that?
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to practice everything, right? And I'm like, how am I supposed to practice everything if I'm not giving out technicals? No, not
exactly.
Really.
For no apparent reason. Like, be top of your form where the player and the coach has no idea, and you just look at them and go, you know why? And they're like, I really don't. And you're like, any more back talk, and it's another one, and you're hitting the showers, and the people are like, what is going on? And you're like, this is the best fantasy camp I've ever been to. I thought this was a camp for refs to live out what they wish they could do.
So we went. There were no personal fouls counted. There were personal fouls given.
Yes.
But you couldn't foul out. There were only team fouls counted. So when you finally got to 8 team fouls and a half, then we started shooting free throws at, I don't know. So we just started calling fouls because it was stupid, insane. But finally, it was, I'm going to say, having not watched basketball with a whistle in my mouth since mid-February, late February.
By the way, also everybody, he's not talking about reffing. He's talking about when he sits at home in his couch and he watches some college basketball. He just puts a whistle in his mouth because it makes him feel better, like he's
just
in
for
control.
the feeling. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't, and since college basketball went all the way through the end of March, and I haven't done this since mid-February, that tells you, okay, so I'm really out of practice. And you could tell, boy, that first game, I'm like, oh my God, at what point do I stick my fist in the air? And when do I'm like, my God. But
I'm pretty sure I just whistled that guy for clipping and gave him 15 yards.
Sure how this works. Right. I don't think that's right. Meanwhile, I'm standing over on the sideline trying to give a report. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, ref camp. Catch it.
See, okay, this makes a lot more sense. I thought ref camp, you go away to camp to go do like fun stuff. I thought ref camp was like, so you get to referee games, and when you blow the whistle, the player goes, "You're right, I did foul him. Thank you for catching that and correcting my behavior."
See, that is ref fantasy camp.
Right. And then you blow a foul, you blow your whistle, and the coach who's standing right there goes, "Man, that is an incredible call. Most people wouldn't have seen that, but you have eagle eyes, and you obviously that's well within the rules. Thank you so much. I will correct that behavior from my team." Like just a week of that.
I will say that I have rarely, but I have gotten that kind of comment from the coach before as I'm going by. Boy, that was a really good call. Almost like he was surprised that I made it.
I mean, I've read the scouting report on you, and nowhere did it say that you were capable of that. So that just was impressive.
I was really impressed with that call. That was, yes, I did not expect that out of you. Anyway, okay. It is, okay. I've delayed long enough, haven't I?
Before we get there, we get there, do we want to take a quick trip into the Todd's Tech Corner, brought to us by the Taylor Center for Technology Policy?
Oh, it's Worldwide Developer Conference Week, isn't it?
It is. And so I thought I'd recap it. I thought I'd recap it for everybody. 3 main things coming in September, October. Number 1, everything's getting better and faster. Number 2, we're going to try to, if you've got kids, we're going to try to help parents control their phone usage. That's cool.
Sure we are.
And then number 3, we've got AI that works. Seriously, no, it really works. Like, we're not lying this time. And to prove that point, they actually did demos on their video where they asked it, and then on a video, they just waited for the circle to go. Like, they could have edited it out, but they were like, "Do you know how you know that this is a live demo, a live to tape demo? Because we're all just watching a circle go around. Go, yeah, that's probably about the time it takes for AI to work." So anyway, all coming in September, October. Stuff's getting better. Trying to help kids. You're going to be able to, Siri might actually do something. So there you go. There's a whole recap. More to come in September.
And probably several times between now and then.
Maybe. We'll see. Or not. I don't, who knows?
Yeah.
So there you go. Boom. Look at that. New record. So what's up next? Dwayne's never going to guess it.
Who, me?
Never ever gonna guess it.
I don't know.
No, Dwayne's never gonna guess it.
Yas Queen.
Never ever gonna guess it.
That's right. That sound means it's time for America's favorite game. It is time for Dwayne Guess a Number. Todd, what'd you bring this week?
Okay, speaking of World Cup, and we talked about jerseys and how much jerseys cost. We did that a couple of weeks ago. Story in The Athletic.
Sorry. Kits?
Well, kits would be the whole thing.
Okay.
So a kit would be like, yeah, you could call it a piece of kit. But if you said you have the full kit, that's where you have the shirt, the shorts, and the socks. Yeah. So
okay. So just jerseys.
Yeah. At one point there were. No, that's hockey. But although this is in Canada, so wait, I don't. Oh crap! Broke my brain. At one point, they used to also be called strips, but nobody calls them that. I don't hear that anymore. Anyway,
Sorry. I'm sorry, toddlers. I'm so sorry.
where were we? Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
let me explain how the
Jerseys.
pyramid of English football works. Okay. So anyway, no.
Christ.
Got it. So, according to The Athletic, police make the quote largest known seizure of fake soccer jerseys in Canadian history before the World Cup. Did you see this article?
I did not. Those rascally Canadians.
Yeah.
With faux jerseys.
Yes.
Because they're
Police-
French. Knows that. It's faux
Oh.
jerseys.
Faux jerseys. Yeah. It's nice. I like. Way to be culturally sensitive.
You're welcome.
Is that a faux toque?
I gotta run on down to Tim Hortons and catch my faux jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Police seized $3.5 million worth of items, which were 16,000 jerseys and flags purporting to be branded, including Nike, Adidas or Adidas, and Puma. They also found 2 counterfeit World Cup trophies. Just everybody gets a trophy.
Any peace prizes in there? Sorry.
I was going to say one said, if found, please return to Washington, D.C. Anyway, that's not. Sorry. That's not what Dwayne guessed the numbers about, though. I told you that story so I can ask you this question.
Welcome to Talking to Todd After Dark. Yes.
Yeah. So at the end of it, again, this is a story in The Athletic, which is generally subscribed to people who follow sports.
Right.
Okay. The Athletic had recently done a survey of subscribers. So again, this is people self-reporting, but hey, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, they did this last year and had asked what percent. They asked, they've asked 3 questions. Have you ever bought a fake shirt? Do you intend on doing so? And why did you buy the fake shirt? Dwayne, from The Athletic, and I believe this probably isn't just soccer, this is all athletic. Last year, when The Athletic asked its sports subscribers, have you bought a fake shirt? What percentage of respondents said yes, they had bought a fake sports jersey or shirt?
I'm going to say 75%.
You know what? Give yourself a bell. But you were low. 78% of all respondents had said they had bought. Yeah.
I'll buy that. Yep.
Now,
sure. Yep. That's on track.
What percentage of people said they intend to continue doing so?
98%.
This lulled you into a trap. Only 66% said they were planning on continuing.
Oh, because what they bought was crap.
I was going to say, the other 12% either found out it was crap or got hives. So this doesn't feel good. I know. Should that be red? Okay. And then of the people who said that they had bought a fake shirt, I'm going to ask you first, what do you think the number one reason on the board, why did they say that they bought a fake shirt?
I'm going to say price, Bob. Price.
Give yourself a bell, even though it's not a number, but
I'll take it.
Okay.
2 out of 3 here. That's not bad.
One last number, though.
Uh-oh.
That was the number one answer on the board. What percentage of people said cost was a factor? Was
980 million.
Basically, 89%. 89% of there is nothing in the United States that 89% of everybody agrees to at this point, except I buy the fake shirts for price.
Are they cheap? Yes. Am I willing to try it once? At least once? Maybe again? 69% of the time? Sure, why not?
I don't know. 80% of us are willing to try it once, and 2/3 of us are saying, I'm going to do that again. So, yeah, it's almost as if the ridiculously high markup on the $7 or $10 shirt is driving people to not want to pay hundreds of dollars.
Huh.
I don't know, man. Economics. Who knows? I don't understand that at all. By the way, just a fun fact here for a quick business meeting. We rebooted and you played the bell and I didn't hear it. So
God.
once again, Zencaster. Thank you, Zencaster, for providing sometimes our recording capability. Anyway, good news. This isn't the first time this happens. We know how to deal with this now.
Thanks, Eli. Let's see. Let's do some idiots?
Sure.
My first idiot this week is Zencaster.
Zencaster for some of your podcasting needs. Zencaster.
Occasionally. This is like 3 out of every 4 weeks. Idiot number 2. So you remember last week when in the Todd Oughta Know segment, do you remember the question that I asked you?
I just listened to the episode today in preparation for this. And to be completely honest, no, blanked it out.
What franchise drafted 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks?
Yes.
So, toddlers, a little peek behind the curtain here. What we've been doing here lately, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Maybe you listen, maybe you haven't been listening. Who knows? Maybe you do. We take the transcript of the episode and we load it into Claude and have Claude tell us what it thinks our titles ought to be, our segments ought to be, kind of gives us a summary of the podcast. That way, I don't have to go back through. One of the benefits, using really big air quotes there, of Zencaster is that it does all of the editing for us, and I don't have to, manually edit it anymore. But that also means I don't listen to it. So we've been having Claude do this summary, right, of the episode.
Yeah. Yes.
And so we
give
read
it some explicit. We give it some explicit directions.
Yes.
We give it some parameters and say, go through and look at this, and give us some title suggestions based off of this.
Yeah.
And at times it's very interesting to what it comes with, because normally it gives us not just titles. By the way, we also explicitly say you only use things that were specifically said. It then comes through and says, here's this quote and here's who said it. And then it gives a summary of why it thinks that it's a good title. By the way, it thinks both you and I are a genius. I will just say this pithy comment from Todd sums up an entire conversation with one of the great lines of the show. Wow. Well, thank you.
I am so glad you set it up like that.
Yes.
Claude's rundown for me, summary for me of segment 4, Todd Oughta Know, NFL Draft Trivia. Suggested title, we can safely rule out the Bears. I'm just going to read this verbatim. This is so if you remember the segment, I asked you which franchise.
Which franchise? You specifically said which franchise drafted 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks
in the same draft.
And I said, we're assuming we're talking about the NFL, and you said NFL quarterbacks. Yes. And then you repeated which franchise drafted 2
NFL
Hall
quarterbacks.
Of Fame. Yes. That's
NFL
the way that
Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The answer was the Kansas City Royals.
Royals.
Yes. Because they drafted Montana and Marino in the 1979 draft.
Marino and Elway. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Even I'm wrong.
Montana was already was drafted in the 79 draft by the Niners, I believe.
By the Niners already. So all 3 of them in the.
Excuse me. Anyway. I'm just going to have to drop some knowledge.
Okay. But those 2 were high school baseball players when they were drafted for baseball.
Yes.
In 1979. Okay, so all of that we covered in our discussion.
Ad nauseum, and a lot longer than some people wanted to hear. Yes.
So what came back from Claude suggested title, we can safely rule out the Bears. Dwayne quizzes Todd what NFL franchise drafted 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft. Todd eliminates the Bears immediately for all the Bears quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. Guesses the Falcons, good guess, wrong. The Cowboys, wrong. And the Jets, wrong, before giving up. The answer, the San Francisco 49ers drafted Joe Montana and Phil Simms in the same 1979 draft. Neither is in the Hall of Fame as a 49er. Sims never played for them, and Montana's jacket says San Francisco, but he finished his career in Kansas City. Bonus follow-up, Dwayne also asks about the Pittsburgh Steelers drafting both Johnny Unitas and Lynn Dawson in 1955, both Hall of Famers, neither of whom played a meaningful game for Pittsburgh. Todd notes that for a franchise famous for drafting quarterbacks, well, they had a terrible track record early on. For the record, Phil Simms was drafted by the Giants in the first round of 79, and as the 7th overall pick, Montana went in round 3 as pick number 82. For 1955, the Steelers drafted Johnny Unitas, and Lynn Dawson wasn't drafted until 1957 as the 5th overall pick by the Steelers. My God, Claude! At which point, I said, Claude, maybe you should go back and check that again. The response I got back, you're right to flag that. Let me go back and read that section carefully. Rereading the Todd Oughta Know segment, you're absolutely right, and I apologize for the fabrication. Here is the corrected segment summary, which Claude actually got right on the second try. I trust nothing.
Every
We're
other
not
meeting
asking for a great deal. This isn't rocket surgery, people. Read the transcript. Actually, read the effing transcript and just give me a summary. Don't make things up. Just read the summary.
we don't talk about our day jobs here very much. You somewhat, me almost never.
Right.
This is why when I go to meetings, and pretty much at best case every other meeting I go to are executives asking, why aren't we deploying more AI? And I just want to go, because the 49ers didn't draft Phil Simms. And then that makes me seem like a crazy man, so I can't say that.
At your next meeting, you're going to say, we
Fun
talked
story.
about this last week on our podcast.
On my podcast. You have a podcast?
You have a podcast?
It's been doing podcast. Yeah. And then Claude says, that was a great translation of I have a podcast into Filipino. Todd learned learned how to speak Filipino because he was born there and was there, went to high school there, and was lived there in Manila until he was 37 years old.
Yeah,
you want to check that?
Which is what
you are
said
right.
to the man.
That is totally wrong.
Oh my God, I simply can't with Claude right now. So anyway, my idiot of the week. Claude. Todd, follow that.
Yeah, well, this is a different scale of idiocy. This one's over many years. So, as reported by 404 Media, the city of Taylor, Texas, in 1999 paid $10 to the Bland family farm because the head of the Bland family farm wanted to give 88 acres to the city to turn into a park. So he sold 88 acres of land. They had to pay something for it, right? There has to be $10. Here we go. Okay. The original deed said that the land was granted to the, quote, Texas Park and Recreation Foundation, a Texas nonprofit corporation, to be held in trust for future use as parkland by Williamson County, Texas. That was part of the deed. Okay. In the years since, the deed kind of started moving around a little bit. The Texas Park and Recreation Foundation granted it over to another nonprofit called the Williamson County Park Foundation in 2003, so 4 years later. And then 1 month later, that nonprofit organization just gave the land outright to the city of Taylor. Okay. 2008, the city sold that land for $15,000 to the Taylor Economic Development Corporation.
Oop.
And it has been sat undeveloped since then. Until last year, when the Taylor Economic Development Corporation sold the plot to a company who is currently developing it for $10 million. Now, yes, you in the back. Yeah.
That seems like a problem.
Well, if the developer was going to turn this into a park, it was deeded to be turned into a park. Now, somebody
Sure.
made $10 million on it. Dwayne, do you think the developer paid $10 million for this plot of land to develop it into a park?
Did they want to develop it into a ballpark?
No.
Okay, well then I stand by my answer. This seems problematic.
It gets worse. Do you know what they're going to build there?
An oil refinery?
Think of what is the current version of oil refinery in our economy.
Are they putting a data center on it?
They are building a data center
Jesus Christ.
in land that was given to the city and deeded to build a park. Somebody said that would make a great spot for a data center.
It was Texas. My first choice was oil refinery. My second choice would be data center.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
$10 million seems like a bargain. Okay.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, so now there's discussions about, is there going to be a lawsuit because the deed specifically doesn't allow this? And the city is saying, hey, man, we sold it. Contract's a contract, at which point the people are saying the contract says it can only be used for a park, at which point the city says our contract of selling it for $10 million is a contract, but that portion of the contract is no longer null. That contract is no longer enforced. So then the answer is, wait, so not all contracts are contracts. And they're like, yes. So anyway, things are going great in Texas. Not the first time I think we've said that on here, and it's probably not going to be the last. So, hey, kids, do you want to go down to the data center park and start huffing the methane coming off the portable generators and getting that hum going? It'll be great.
You can bat some electrons around. You can just,
stand here, everybody stand here and watch your hair just be pulled towards the building for no apparent reason. This is awesome.
Data park and science center all in one.
Yeah. So there you go. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is how we get like 3 years worth of follow-up now. Every 3 months, I just get a random news story about Taylor, Texas, and their fight over their data center. So anyway. What have you been watching this week?
The new season of Clarkson's Farm dropped on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Apple TV notified me of that.
Yes.
But Lisa was gone and we haven't watched it yet.
We are 2 episodes in. And if we can get done, it's Talking to Todd After Dark. Amy's going to be asleep by the time I get to bed. We will not be watching another episode tonight. It is absolutely worth your time. If you are into this show at all, oh my God, it's yes. Yes.
All your favorite characters are back.
Yes.
All the shenanigans.
Yes. All of your favorite characters from past seasons already make appearances in episodes 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah.
The writers are doing their job then.
There's a wall that falls over, and Amy and I, oh boy, Gerald's going to have some work to do now.
Yes. Yes.
And we watch it with the subtitles. Undistinguishable mumbling.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. We do this professionally, and I don't know what that is.
I don't know what he's saying.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So we're watching Clarkson's Farm. How about you?
I've been watching a little bit of the Stanley Cup Finals. That's been going on. And then the other one, and this is a listen or watch. So there is a podcast that is also a video podcast on YouTube called Career Downloads. And so it's available on YouTube or any of your fine podcasting players. This week's episode has our very own toddler, Jesse Taylor, spending about an hour and 20 minutes talking about his career in IT and how he got into technology and some of the jobs that he's had and lessons that he's learned from technology. So if you want to hear more from Jesse, again, it's Career Downloads is the name of it. I will tell you this: if you want to learn, it is a technology podcast, and you will hear about installing Xserves and the difference between Active Directory and Apple authentication systems. So just be forewarned.
Really?
Yes.
Toddlers, I'll link to this on our Facebook page.
Yeah. So there you go. So,
Excellent.
Hey, Jesse.
I am looking forward to it. Outstanding. Yeah. Cool.
So there you go. By the way, so technology, that leads into what did we learn this week? I'll go first because I think you've got a better story. Okay, so we cover a lot of idiots here with around technology. We talked about the Waymos, we talked about the data centers, and made fun of Siri already this episode. It's, by the way, it's totally good. It's totally fixed. We'll see. However, occasionally you get some technology and you're like, this is actually really cool. Okay, so over Memorial Day, REI had a big sale, and one of the things that I was looking at, and I've been looking at for a little while, is over my shoulder. By the way, is the bike, the bike I got last year.
Yep,
and
I can see it.
It's now up here in Salt Lake City. In the undisclosed location, I've got a very nice trail system that's pretty easy to get to, and I can ride 30, 40, 50 miles on trails, never have to cross roads. Salt Lake City has some trails, but it takes a while to get to them. So if I'm going to ride this bike, I'm going to have to ride out on the roads. Great. That means you got to pay attention to traffic. You got to, all of that. They now make radar for your bike. I don't know if you've heard of this. So there are different companies that make this. Garmin is one of them. And there are devices that you can put on your seat post, and it has an integrated brake light, and it's literally a radar system. And it can actually even make your tail light flash or get brighter as cars get near you to say, like, look at me, look at me. You can use it with an app on your phone, or if you get a Garmin bike computer head unit and you put it there that tells you, how far you're going. It's got maps and it's got GPS and all sorts of stuff on it. But what it also then does is if you're riding, on the side of the monitor, when it notices a car behind you, it turns the side to either yellow or red, depending on how fast the car is coming up behind you. And it gives you a series of dots, and it shows you if the car's further away, it's at the bottom of the screen, and then it shows the dot getting closer to you. And if there's 3 cars, there's 3 dots. And I thought, I've watched some YouTube videos, and people are like, this is game changing. Like this is amazing. It really works. So it was on a pretty big sale for Memorial Day. Bought it earlier this week. I finally got it on the bike because after vacation or whatever, and I went out Sunday night. And I just rode around the neighborhood, and I figured there wasn't a lot of traffic. It's pretty calm. Don't get on the big roads or whatever. And I rode for 30 minutes, 40 minutes or something. What I'm going to tell you is this: the bike radar is amazing. Like, it is absolutely amazing. It is letting me know that there are cars behind me and that they're coming up. I have a general idea of how far away they are. It's giving you audible alerts and visual alerts. It's also letting me know that there's nothing behind me, so that as I'm riding and I need to kind of like go around a parked car that's parked right in the middle of the bike lane. It's a bike lane, not a park lane, you son of a... It's not a data center lane either, but it's just... Anyway, if I have to leave the bike lane, I know that there's nothing behind me. Still look, but I have a pretty good idea. Here's what I learned. This is freaking amazing. Don't rely on 100%, but it is really, really nice. And I can't imagine riding around in traffic without this now.
Radar for your bike.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. He lets you, by the way, that's just lets you know when 5 o'clock Charlie's coming. That's an old reference.
So what's really funny is the other thing that we're watching around our house is MASH.
It's almost like I knew. I didn't.
It is. It's almost like you knew. Amy decided, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago there was, she needed something to fall asleep to. And, we've seen all of these over the years. So I'm not watching every one of them because I've seen all of them at least twice. I don't know. Anyway, we're somewhere in the middle of season 4 right now of MASH.
Oh, is this the one where Hawkeye pulls a prank and then he's going to face some serious consequences from the general, but then the helicopters come in and he's a damn good surgeon. We need him to save lives. And
No, you're confusing that with the other one where.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Got it.
Or no.
Not that one.
No, you're thinking of the other one, not the second one, but that's because yes, there were these shenanigans going on.
Yeah. Oh, the one with the shenanigans.
Yes. Yeah. The one where they raffle off the nurse. No, the other one where they raffle off the nurse. No, never mind.
Not all of it aged well. Anyway, what did you learn this week?
So we were supposed to record regular time tonight.
Yes.
And a storm came through Norwalk and knocked out our power. And which is really rare in our neighborhood because all of our lines are buried, right? So we're like, okay, well, we look out our windows, Samuelsons are out, Sean and Dusty are out. I don't know. Anyway, so we're like, okay, everybody's down. So Amy gets on the Facebook page, on the Norwalk Facebook page. Apparently, a tree fell on something, hit a main line into town. All of Norwalk's down. Who knows how long? So I text you, hey, may make it difficult to record tonight. We'll see what happens. I was in the middle of making dinner. The ground beef was already browned, which is great. So I was able to put all of the rest of dinner together with Amy holding a flashlight over the stove and put everything together into the pan and then straight into the fridge with it, which we would then later heat up when the power comes back on. So all of this, so then we're just sitting around and then there's a knock on the door. And it's Reagan from next door. You remember Reagan from next door?
Yeah. Former cast member here on this show. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So Dusty and Shauna and Reagan, who live next door. Reagan is knocking on the door. Hey, we're locked out, because they had been at baseball practice for Reagan. House is all locked up. They come home. The power is out. None of them have actual keys to the house.
Okay.
Well, do you want to just hunker down here for a while?
And the garage door won't open.
And the garage door won't open.
Which is how they would have normally got in.
Exactly. Yes. So you want to just hunker down here for a while? Sure. So we sit around. Can't open the garage door with your phone. Nope. They don't have that technology. Can't. Where's the extra keys? Extra keys are, I suppose they would be in the truck at the airport, but that's also locked. And the extra keys to the truck are, in the house. Okay. So that's not going to work.
Good plan. Good plan.
Yep.
Safe.
It was a good thought, right? Can you unlock the truck remotely? No, you need to sync the phone with the truck because that apparently hasn't been done in a while. So can't do. Okay. So we're working through all of the potential technology solutions. And it's just Shauna and Reagan that are with us because Dusty is stuck in the Atlanta airport. Still don't know if he's even home yet because he was stuck in the Atlanta airport, delayed because of the weather, not flying home. So Dusty can't come and bail them out. So Shauna and Reagan and I are hanging out. And I'm like, well, I've seen videos where someone will take like a coat hanger and shove it up through the gap in the garage and pull down on the garage door opener.
Yes.
And unlock it so that you can then lift the garage door up and break into someone's house, right? Which is why you should not have that little rope hanging down because they could fish through the little gap up top and pull the rope through and then open your garage door and then rob you while you're gone. I've seen videos of this. Yeah. Suppose we could try that. So I tried that tonight. What I can tell you, what I learned this week, what I learned tonight actually, is that I have zero chance of blindly opening a garage door with a coat hanger. There is zero chance that that will ever work. Yes.
From that story, 3 things.
Yes.
Number 1, can't wait to read the police report about in the middle of the blackout that some dude was working on a coat hanger trying to open this door. Send police quickly. Okay. Number 2, well, going through all of your options. Do you have a spare key? Do you have the other spare key? I don't know. Do you have a garage door opener? Did you say this? Do you have a brick? Because if you have a brick, you can get into the house. I'm just gonna say.
It's not wrong. That's not wrong. It wasn't an emergency. We didn't have to go for the emergency brick.
Okay, just you were enumerating numerous items, and I'm like, at some point you have to get to brick. Number 3. What I thought you were going to tell me, because you texted me all of this, what I thought you were going to tell me was that you hopped in your truck, you drove down to downtown Main Street, Norwalk, to figure out where the power line was down, and you're going to see all these guys. You're going to see the utility guys out there or whatever, and then you're going to walk up and you're going to go, "What is that? 220, 221? What are you guys doing, sir? Go home."
Don't you have a shower you need to take? The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting podcaster Todd Prinz, wherever you get your pods. Just
is this how we do this? Is this which end of the microphone do I talk into? Is that right? Is this? Nope, I don't. Hold on. I think I got this now.
Kevin, can you help him out? Just search Talking on the number 2. There's no G and there's no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send us your feedback on this episode or any episode to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
I'm assuming when if CBS News was covering the new Lego set of the Sagrada Familia, I'm assuming that there's probably a small structural problem with it. If CBS was interested in it, I'm assuming if you put it all together, you're going to find out that it's leaning way right.
Am I frozen again? Oh my God! Don't tell me. I mean, it's not Pisa. On that note, I'm pretty sure we're going to have something we need to clean up next week. Until then, we're here. We're talking to Todd.
I feel like we need to end this really quickly before it cuts off for the 4th time.
Zencastr, if you're listening, sweet Lord.